Welcome again to the call. My name is Erik Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. I'm very excited to be with you tonight. Tonight, we're going to show you how to get started right with Teamzy to become a Power Hour boss. Pretty cool, right? So I've got a short presentation, then we're going to dive right into Teamzy. I'll show you how easy it is to set it up. I'll show you the workflows for a Power Hour, how you can easily connect with 20 people a day, create a sustainable business while having some fun in your life. And then at the end, we'll do some Q&A. So if you have questions that come up while I'm teaching, go ahead and put them in the Q&A right there, and I'll answer them at the end of the presentation, at the end of the training. So let's dive right in. So first thing I want to talk about is this, how to get started right with Teamzy to become a Power Hour boss. Just to introduce myself formally, as I mentioned, my name is Erik Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. My background is actually in business coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business coach for the past 16 years. And what I do is I help people build their business. I teach them how to build a business that's based on relationships. It's way more fun and rewarding that way. And what happened with me was I fell into direct sales by accident. I wasn't looking to do that. I found an opportunity that made sense for me. See, I was in a place in my career where I had kind of gotten to the top of my career. I was well respected. You know, I made beyond six figures and I thought I had made it. But yet at the same time, I was never around my family. You can see here's a shot of the kids and my beautiful wife, Lisa, right here. I never got to see my family. I never got to be home. I was constantly working. And at the same time, I felt like I was falling behind, you know, financially. Direct sales became an opportunity for me to start a little something on the side. And I know some of you guys were thinking that way too. The challenge that I had was that I just didn't have time to do it. I mean, where do you do it? At what point do you have any extra time? I looked at my schedule and I figured, you know, if I had an hour a day, if I could just devote 1 hour a day, I could do this. What I needed was some tools to help me leverage my time so that 1 hour would be effective. And so I started looking for some sort of a system that would allow me in just 1 hour a day to stay in touch with all of my contacts, because I knew relationships were the key to the business, right? I wanted to know when to contact them and when not to. In other words, don't make me think or have to plan on who I'm going to talk to today. I want a system that just says, hey, Erik, go talk to these people. And I wanted to know what to say to people so that I could start conversations naturally without coming across salesy. And I wanted a system that would let me follow up seamlessly so that nobody fell through the cracks. Not too much to ask, right? This is just the basic needs. And also one more thing, it needed to be easy to use. It had to be easy for me to use. I didn't want to make my life more complicated. I only had an hour a day. So you guys know where this is going. I couldn't find it, so we built it. So I built it with the help of an amazing team of people. We put this thing together. We launched it just a little bit over 3 years ago. And it's taken off. Oh my gosh, it's just taken off on its own. Basically, people telling other people, check this out. Probably why some of you are here today. So just to kind of give you some background on that, in the last 3 years, we've had more than 80,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is like so amazing and humbling. And also, just so you have an idea of the results people are getting, are people who are actively using Teamzy, they're averaging 21 customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 new customers and 9 new recruits over 90 days. Pretty cool. And tonight I will show you basically exactly what they're doing, okay, to get those numbers. All right, so let's dive into Teamzy. Now, when you first log into Teamzy, first off, I need to tell you guys this. You can go to teamzy.com and get a free trial of Teamzy for 30 days. If you haven't already done that, you definitely want to do that first. Go to teamzy.com and get a free trial of Teamzy. It is, sorry, I'm just trying to get to the right page here. It's absolutely free for 30 days. We don't ask for anything. We don't ask for your credit card. We don't ask for anything weird. We just want you to use it for 30 days and love it. So if you haven't already started your 30-day free trial, go start it. Now, when you first log into the free trial, it will bring you into the setup wizard, which is designed to help you set up Teamzy super easily. And that's what you're looking at right now. I'm sharing my screen of the setup wizard. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through this really quickly. There's a great video here. You should watch this video, but we're going to skip it right now. So what I want you to do first is set your income goal, okay? How much money would you like to be earning a year from now? So you just set your income goal. What is it? You can see mine was 150,000. Now, this little slider moves up and down, okay? Notice that as I move it up and down, the daily activity that I need to do in my business changes as well, right? Teamzy actually will tell you what to do each day to hit the goal you set. Pretty cool. So look at 150, where was that? At 150, Teamzy's telling me I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors each day, 5 days a week, in order to hit my goal. Pretty cool, right? So what's your income goal? Set it here, and then Teamzy will set up your Teamzy dashboard specifically to your goals. Now, just real quick, if there's anyone on the call who is already a 6-figure earner or above in your business, you're going to set the goal to be the difference, the amount of growth you want to make this next year. Okay, so let's hit continue. The next step is to get all of your contacts into Teamzy. We're going to get them into one place. We're going to get your back office team, your customers, all your Facebook friends, your phone contacts, your Instagram people, everybody into one place, guys. I don't want you digging around your phone trying to remember who to connect with, or looking for scraps of paper that you don't know where you put them, or sticky notes or stuff like that. Forget it. You need to be organized. We're going to put them all in one place in Teamzy, so you always have access to it. Teamzy's in the cloud, which means you've got it on your smartphone, your computer, you've got it anywhere. Okay, you always have it near you. You meet somebody new, you don't need to write their name down on a napkin. Put them in Teamzy right then and there. Okay, so we're gonna get everybody into Teamzy, and once everybody's in there, we're ready to launch. Now, when I launch this, you'll see that it set up my dashboard based on the income goal I set. So it's already set me up to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. Pretty cool, right? Those are the goals I set. I can change those, by the way, by clicking right here on Edit Daily Goals if I ever want to change those for any reason. Now, there's 2 more goals here on the dashboard I want to show you really quickly, and that's these 2. One is shares, and the other is ads. Okay, shares is when I share my products with somebody, or when I share my business opportunity with somebody. When I'm talking about connecting with prospects, customers, and distributors, I'm just connecting to say hello and to make their day. That's it. I'm not trying to sell them or share products or anything on those connects. I'm just trying to say hello and make their day. I call it the make someone's day mindset. Okay. And I want you guys to get in the make someone's day mindset. When you're in Teamzy, that's your goal. Hey, I'm going to make people's day. My goal is 19 people. I'm going to make 19 people's day today. Okay. And then as you have great conversations and you uncover interest where appropriate, you share your products or you share your business opportunity and you log those as shares. My goal on the dashboard here is to share 3 times a day. Out of 19 conversations, I want to share 3 times. Okay. And then I've got a goal for adding new people to Teamzy. That's just an ongoing goal to always have fresh relationships coming into my Teamzy CRM. Okay. So those are the goals that we set up. And so that's what I need to do 5 days a week to hit my goal for the year. Pretty cool, right? And this is an important concept, you guys. And Teamzy is built on this idea that if you want to build your business big, you have to make your focus small. So now we know what you need to do 5 days a week, and we've built this platform that will help you do it in less than 1 hour a day. So 1 hour a day, 5 days a week gets your annual goal. Who's in? I'm in. It worked for me. It's going to work for you. Okay. So we're going to, I'll show you where we work. Here's the Power Hour section right here in the middle of the screen. This is where we do our work. Okay. And let me just show it to you really quickly. So the way this works is on the left-hand side are my 4 lists: my prospects, my customers, my distributors, and my follow-ups list. This isn't the whole list. This is just who's up next to connect with. These lists give me 5 people at a time. That's on purpose. That's to keep me from getting overwhelmed and to keep me focused. Okay. Now, when I get to over here on the right-hand side, this is where I log the activity as I go. So I'm going to show you this in a second. We're going to connect with Jay. We log it here, and it's saved and tracked in Teamzy. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I know. Now, before I start connecting and doing the Power Hour, there's one more step for setup that I want to show you because it's an important step, okay? And that is we're going to rank our relationships. Now, let me just show you here on the left-hand side next to everyone's name. You notice there's a number next to their names? Let me jump over to the team page real quick on the left side. See where I'm clicking? That's the team page. The team page is where everybody lives. Like all the contacts are here. This is your full CRM. You can see everybody's here. Look, they're all there. And if I click on one, you can see that that number is actually their star rating. It's their star rating. Just like you'd rate a hotel or pizza, right? But we're rating relationships. And this is an important step because rating relationships allows Teamzy to know who you have the best relationships with already, so it can intelligently create your connect up next list every day for you. Okay, so let me just kind of give you an idea of what these ranks mean. A 5-star person is somebody that's most likely to become a customer or distributor, or they're an existing customer or distributor that's a total rock star. They're your favorite people, your best friends, your closest family. These are your 5-star relationships. Okay. The 5-star people trust you. They're going to show up first on your list. They're the first people you're going to connect with. Okay. And then they're going to come back automatically at 5 stars. They're going to come back automatically every 30 days. You never have to set a follow-up, or you don't have to worry about forgetting about them. They're just going to come back every 30 days if they're 5 stars. Now, 4 stars, this is somebody that you feel is likely to become a customer or a distributor with a little bit of nurturing, okay? Or they're your friends, your family, just not the closest ones. They're your good, solid customers and distributors. They show up, 4-star people, they come up after the 5-star people, and then they show up every 60 days thereafter, automatically every 60 days. 3-star people, you don't know with 3-star people, they could go either way. So 3-star people are going to show up on your list after the 4s and the 5s, and they're going to come back every 90 days. Okay. Most of your list will be 3 stars. Probably about 90% of the people you know are 3 stars, because you just really don't know yet how interested they may be. So that's fine. They're going to show up as 3 stars. And then 2 stars are getting a bit colder. They show up as at every 120 days. Does this make sense? So the more stars, they come up first and more often. Okay. Now, what this allows you to do by ranking people is it allows you to stay in contact with everybody you know in less than an hour a day. How cool is that? You don't have to think about them or set follow-ups or anything like that just to stay in touch. Teamzy automatically cycles the list for you. So here's how we do it. I'm going to turn on rank mode right here. Rank mode in setup lets me turn this on for everyone on the list. Now I can just jam down the list, and if I want to change somebody's rank, I just click them. It saves it instantly. Now, keep in mind, you guys, for some of you who are like, oh my gosh, Erik, I have no 5,000 people. I don't know how I'm going to ever do this. 90% of your list will be 3 stars. Everybody starts as 3 stars by default in Teamzy, which means you just need to go pick out that 10%. Your people that are 4s and 5s, you're just going to cherry pick them from the list. So you're just going to scroll the list, and when you see somebody you like or know better, you're going to click them up. Okay? Make sense? You just need to do it one time through. Then Teamzy can create your list for you every day. You never have to plan or think again. Make sense? Of course, you can always change people's ranks as you go, but one time through on the list so that Teamzy can start generating your list for you every day. All right, so let's jump in here. Now we're ready to go. I'm going to come back in here and start working my power hour. Now, once you've done that, you can just trust the list is cycling. Don't have to cherry pick anymore. Just connect with whoever's up next. In this case, it's Jay. She's up next. I'm going to connect with her. Now, this is where I used to get stuck. Oh my gosh, what will I say to Jay? How do I start this conversation with her? And I would stare at the screen and I would read all her social profiles and then still not do anything. Sound familiar to anyone? I figured out that simple is best when connecting with people. So we built a scripts library into Teamzy for you, and we put over 100 scripts in here for you to use. These are not salesy scripts, they're just scripts to help you connect. So let's go grab one of those and use it. See where it says scripts right there? Click on that. And I'm just going to grab one. I'll grab the first one off the list. Look, it's called Connect One. Deep naming, right? It's called Hi Jane. Or that's not what it's called. This is what it says. It says, Hi Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Super simple. It's just an icebreaker, you guys. So look, I'm going to click on copy script. Then I'll just paste it right here. And I can paste it right in Facebook and send it, but I'm going to edit it here first. So I'm going to stop here. So let's get the name right. It's Jay. Okay, and I like a couple of emoticons in my messages. I don't know about you guys, but I love emoticons. Let's do that. Put a couple of those in there. Okay, so now I have the message just the way I want it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go send it. So I'll actually send it in Facebook just to demonstrate. However you communicate, you send it. Text, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you do. So look, here it is. Let me just go, let me see here. We'll look up Jay. It'll only take me a second. There she is. Send message. Hi, Jay. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day's awesome. Send. Okay, so now I logged this message by selecting what kind of activity it was. This was a Facebook message. And then clicking the big blue button that says log connect. So boom, done, logged. Now you can see I've got 1 logged, 8 to go. Next person on my list is Calvin. You know, I've got that great message already on my clipboard. I'll just paste it in here again and just change the name. Okay, that's all set to go. I'll do the same thing, copy it, toggle over to Facebook, look up Calvin, send him the message, and then log it in Teamzy. Okay. Now, I'm going to just work down this list, I can even send the first message the first time through this without changing the message. I'm just going to work my way down this list and message people just to connect and make their day. Remember, I'm living in the make someone's day mindset, and you'll see you'll get great responses from people. They'll say, "Oh my gosh, great to hear from you. Thank you for reaching out." Oh my God, you know. So you're just connecting at this point. And I'm going to keep sending these messages to the people on my prospects list until this blue circle turns all the way blue. Then I've done today's goal. In my case, it's 9. When that's all the way blue, I'll toggle to the next list, which is customers. And I'm going to start reaching out to my customers in the exact same way. It's just so important to be in touch with customers. So the first one on my list is heart. We'll do the same thing. I'm going to go to scripts. Now, Teamzy knows I'm on customers now, so it's changed the scripts for me. So now I can go in here and grab, a good customer script like, "Hi, John, how are you enjoying the products? Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help." Super simple, right? Hey, do me a favor, you guys that are watching, just throw up in the chat what company you're with, and I'll customize the script slightly for you. Just throw it in the chat. We'll see who comes up first with something. So you'll change this name to Heart. Unique. Great. All right, so the first one I got is Susan from Unique. Perfect. All right, so, how are you enjoying your new palette? See how I do. Tell me if I do well with this, Susan. How are you enjoying your new palette? Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Do you guys see? You just take out the product and customize it. Okay, same thing. I'll go send this message. Okay, Facebook message. Boom. Great. So Heather's from doTERRA. So I could have written, "How are you enjoying your oils?" Great. Linda's from Juice Plus. "How are you enjoying your tower garden?" So just take the scripts, just modify them a touch and go with it. Don't overthink them. Make sense? Next customer up is Raven. Maybe I'll grab a different script. Maybe it's just a simple one like this. "Hi, Raven, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day." Okay, super easy. Okay, so just go in and connect with customers the same way. Just really quick on this. This is a big deal. Connecting with customers is super important. I know you all believe and know that connecting with new prospects is a huge deal. Yes, it is, of course. But your current customers, even past customers, a lot of times people think of people as past customers, but anyone who's ever purchased from you is your customer. I don't care if they purchased from you this month. Okay, just treat them as your customer. But you need to stay in touch with customers. It's super important. Not only is it great service just to be in touch with customers, but when you're in regular contact with your customers, something magical happens. Something I think you'll like. Just by being in regular contact with people, they order more product and they retain longer. Okay, they order more product and they retain longer. It's not because you're selling them, it's just because you're in contact. Does this make sense? And you're investing in building that relationship. So if you want people to order more and retain longer, just stay in touch. The other thing that happens when you're in touch regularly with customers, my favorite thing is, well, let me just ask you guys a question. There's a little button you can raise your hand if this is you. How many of you have at least one customer you just love? Oh my gosh, you wish you had more customers like that person. You guys have anybody like that? So where do you go find customers like that? Where do you go find people like that? I'm going to tell you, the best place to find great customers is from your current customers, okay? Because think about it, your customers love the products, they're talking to other people about them. They are absolutely talking to other people about them. That's what people do, okay? And so here's another statistic. 86% of people say that they make their purchasing decisions based on the recommendations of a friend or family member. So your customer that you were just thinking about is talking to their friends and family about your products. Now they're very likely to make that purchasing decision based on that recommendation. The question I have for you is, are you getting introduced to those friends and family? Are they introducing you proactively to them? Most people won't. You need to ask them to do that. You need to be in contact so you can ask them. Who are you talking to? I'm sure, before I get too busy this month, I want to make sure I take care of the people you care about first because you're such an awesome customer. Is there anybody that you've been talking to about these products that needs more information? I want to make sure I get them great service. Okay, get introduced. Get introduced. And it starts with being in contact with customers. You can't go up to a customer you haven't talked to in 6 months and say, introduce me to your friends and family. They're going to think you're cheesy. You have to be present. You have to be investing. Okay. And by the way, they'd be right. That would be cheesy. Okay. So we're going to connect with prospects, then customers, just whoever's up next, send them a message. Then we're going to connect with your team. These are your distributors. Okay. Your team. So whoever's up next, just little messages. Hey, I'm proud of you. Congratulations on your first sale. Congratulations on signing up your first distributor. Oh my gosh, you ranked up this month. You made bonus. Wow, that's great. Congratulations on the amazing results you've been getting for you and your family using these products. Whatever the case is, just reaching out to make somebody's day on your team is just as important as prospecting. Listen, you work so hard to get distributors onto your team. And it's heartrending when they quit, isn't it? So you need to build that connection. You need to build that relationship with them. And as your team gets bigger, it becomes harder and harder without something like Teamzy to help you. So we're going to connect. This is the first half of our power hour. You guys hanging with me? Connect with prospects, connect with customers, connect with distributors. Don't overthink this. Use my scripts, modify them slightly, and send them out. Get this done. This should take you, in this example, 19 people should take less than 20 minutes. Okay? Now, some people will respond right away. Don't run off and have a conversation with them at this moment. Get all your outgoing messages done first so you don't get sidetracked. Okay, then you can have that conversation. Another pro tip is for the people who don't respond, don't even give them a second thought. If they don't respond, don't give them a second thought. Why? Because they're in Teamzy. They're going to come back again automatically. They can't get away from you. Next time they come up, automatically message them again. But focus on talking to the people who actually do respond. Okay, you'll be busy with them. Make sense? Okay, so prospects, customers, distributors. Then I get to my fourth list, my follow-ups. There's nobody there. It's empty. How do I get people on my follow-ups list? The follow-ups list is not automatic in Teamzy. You have to put people there, and you do it after sharing your business or sharing your products with them. Okay, so let me show you how this works, just as an example. We messaged my friend Jay at the beginning of this call, just to connect number one, just to make her day. She responds, hey, it's great to hear from you. Now I have a chance to have a conversation with her. So I'm going to try my best to have a conversation. I'm going to ask some questions, find out what's going on in her life and see if there's a way I can help her. So I'm just going to ask her something like, oh my gosh, it's been forever. What have you been up to? Send me an update. So she sends me an update, right? Hopefully I haven't lost you guys because my little feedback thing has frozen. Okay. Can you guys still hear me okay? No, I'm totally frozen. Dang it. All right. Are we back? I froze for a second. You guys hear me okay? All good? Okay, good, good, good. All right. That's always scary when that happens. All right, so I'm jumping back in here. So I'm talking to Jay. She responds to my connect. Now I'm having a conversation. Send me an update. Tell me what you've been up to. She gives me a little update on her life. And I'm asking questions, just trying to have a good conversation with her. Okay. My goal is not to try to sell her anything today. I just want to reconnect. And so in the conversation, as we're talking, I'm going to give her an update on my life too, tell her what I've been up to. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to talk about my business and how it's impacted my life. That's the true update, right? So I'm going to tell her, oh my gosh, in my case, my story was something like this. I don't know. It's been a long time since we've seen each other. I don't know if you knew this, but I recently lost 60 pounds. Oh my gosh, you did? That's amazing. Yeah, it's been life-changing. And I found that helping other people get healthy has been really fulfilling. And so I've decided to quit my job and pursue this home-based business full time. And it's been amazing. Wow, that's great. Yeah. I get to help people and make an income for my family, be with my kids. It's been amazing. So listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Okay, what you do and why you're passionate about it. Sometimes you're talking about products. Sometimes you're talking about the business opportunity. And you know what? It's kind of relevant to whatever they said in the conversation. Make sense? Use your emotional intelligence to talk about what you're doing in a way that kind of feeds into stuff they mentioned. Okay, so as I'm talking to Jay, I'm just going to ask her straight up at some point in the conversation, would you like to learn more about this? If I'm talking about the products, say, do you want more information on these products? Like, she's like, wow, you lost 60 pounds. I need to do that. Would you like more information on the products? Oh, wow, you don't have to go to work. You get to be home with your kids. Yeah. Would you like more information on the business opportunity? Be happy to send you some. Okay. So just ask if she'd like more information, or ask if she's interested. And if she says yes, then I'm going to share with her. I'm going to set up a share. Okay. So maybe, so for example, first off, she's not on my dashboard anymore. So for me to log anything, I have to look her up. So we'll look her up in the lookup bar. So let's say I invite her to an event tonight, virtual event tonight, where we're going to talk about the business opportunity. She says, yeah, I'm in. This is how I'm going to log this in Teamzy. I'm going to open up the Connect. I'm going to click on share, see right here, and it's going to be share business opportunity. Okay. And I'm going to put in a little note that this was a virtual Facebook event. Okay. Just for an example. So I'm sending her this information where she's coming in for this business opportunity meeting. So I'm inviting her to this thing. We're going to talk about the business opportunity. And then I let her know, hey, you know what? Check this out. We're going to talk about this. Tomorrow I'll follow up, see if you have any questions. She says, great. So right here, this is the follow-up. See this little calendar? I'm going to click that and set it for tomorrow. So now I've logged a share for the business opportunity, and I've set a follow-up for tomorrow. So what happens when I log that is it adds that follow-up to her record, and it actually moves her out of the prospects list and puts her on my follow-ups list. So if you go back to the dashboard and look, you guys, you'll notice when I go to follow-ups, Jay's there now. She's on my follow-ups list now. And you can see I logged a share. Okay. So tomorrow when I do my power hour, I'm going to do prospects, customers, distributors, just outgoing messages like I showed you. Then I'm going to go to my follow-ups list and see who's due. Anybody that's due, I'm going to send them a follow-up. So in this situation, it's Jay. Here's how we do it. Again, just go to scripts. Don't overthink it. I've made this so easy for you. Get a follow-up script. They're labeled follow-up and they have numbers. So I'm going to pick the first one. It's called follow-up 1. Aptly titled, don't you think? Here's what it sounds like. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, simple. So I'm going to copy that script. We'll paste it in here, get the right name. Just checking in, boom. Maybe I'll put a little emoticon in there. Okay, you get the idea. All right, so now it's ready to go. We're going to go send her this message. You send it the same way you would a regular connect. It's just a follow-up connect. There she is. I've already looked her up. Send message. Paste that in. Sent. That's how you follow up. Is that easy or what? Could you guys do that? Yeah, absolutely. So look, we're going to log that follow-up, but first, before we click the blue button, set a new follow-up. So let's say I'll follow up 2 days hence. Always set a new follow-up. I want to keep her on my follow-ups list basically forever until she converts at this point. She's mine. She's like a beautiful fly in my web. Okay, so follow-up note. You can leave yourself a note if you want. I just like to put in what the next follow-up is. The next one will be follow-up number 2, and then log it. So in a couple days, when I come back down and do my power hour and I get to follow-ups, I'll see Jay's due and I'll send her the next follow-up. In this case, it'll be follow-up number 2. I'll go to scripts. I'll grab follow-up number 2 and send it to her. Make sense? Now, really quick on this, and then we'll do Q&A because I'm kind of at the end of the time with you. Following up is the key to the business. You work so hard to get to the point where you've invited somebody, you've told them about, you've shared the business, or you've shared the product opportunity with them. And now the following up is where the business is actually made. Most people mess it up right here. Most people will follow up 3, maybe 4 times and feel like they're doing a good job with follow-up. I'm here to tell you that 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. The 7th and 10th, okay? So if you really want to convert and help people get to the next level, you have to follow up more. And most of the people that I talk to are really worried about being annoying. How many of you are worried about being annoying if you were to follow up 10 times? And here's the thing, like that's normal to feel that way. But I want you to understand something. If you're in this business to really impact people's lives and help them change their life with this opportunity, you have to understand that you're not going to help them if you don't follow up more. They're just not going to do anything with it, right? 80% of your opportunities happen after the 7th follow-up. So I want you to think of it this way. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. And when you stop following up after 3 or 4 because you've got no response from them, it tells them that you didn't care about them. It's the truth. Following up is an act of love. Now, let me just teach you really quick how to follow up without being annoying. People will thank you and love you for it, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. And then we'll do a Q&A. Now, if you follow my scripts and the system I just laid out for you in Teamzy, no one's going to get annoyed at your follow-up because my scripts already follow these 2 important principles. Okay, here it is. Principle number 1, don't ask somebody to do anything in their follow-up. Don't give them any homework. They don't have to call you. They don't have to text you. They do not even need to respond. Okay, because they're not going to anyway, so don't worry. Don't ask them to do anything because that's annoying. Number 2, your message they have to be able to read your message. Okay, so no voice messages, no videos, none of that. They have to be able to read it. And it has to be short enough they can read the whole message without opening it. Okay, so here's the situation. You're talking to somebody, they're excited about it. You message the follow-up. Your message comes at a terrible time, but it always does. They just can't even open it or respond right now. Okay, so what happens is this. They're not going to open your message. No way, because they can't respond. They don't want to look like a jerk, but they do want to see it. So you want to make it short and readable so they can just kind of peer over their phone and get the message. Okay? And this will happen time and time again. This is why people don't respond. Most people will not respond at all to 5 or 6 follow-ups. And you think something's wrong. It's not. It's just a higher priority for you than it is for them right now. You just want to be present and love them through the situation and be there so that they see your messages and they're feeling connected to you. What will happen every single time without fail is around the 6th or 7th message that you send, long after you would have given up, you'll get a response like this. I'm so sorry I haven't followed up. Thank you so much for staying in touch with me. I really appreciate it. Okay, so you guys got those? So now here's how we do our Power Hour in Teamzy. You log in, you go to the up next list, you connect with prospects, whoever's up next, you connect with your customers, whoever's up next, you connect with your team, whoever's up next. As you're having great conversations, you share the business or share your products where appropriate, log those, and then connect with whoever's on your follow-ups list for today. That's your Power Hour. 5 days a week, you do the activities on your goal and you'll hit your goals. Cool. You got a roadmap for success. Now, a couple of pro tips. I recommend, because you're going to create a lot of conversations doing this, I recommend you block a little bit of time in your day to just message back and forth with people that have responded to you, right? So for example, I had a full-time job. I would do my Power Hour in the morning, like 6 in the morning before everyone was up. And then around lunch, during my lunch break, I would respond to messages. And then again, in the evening, after, I got the kids to bed, I would respond to messages again. So I just had a couple of little windows where I did all the messaging, so it didn't take over my life. That's a little pro tip for you guys. Make sense? Okay, now let's do a few questions. If you have questions for me, drop them in the Q&A right there, and I'll be happy to answer them. I need like the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. It was that good. No questions? That's okay. I don't mind not having questions. Look, if questions occur to you guys later, I'm getting one now, but I just want you to know that you can message our help desk at support@teamzy.com with questions. You can go to Teamzy and jump in the help center. There's all kinds of FAQs in there too. Let's see what we got here. How do you add more customers? You mean to Teamzy, I'm guessing. So let me show you. All right. It's super easy. So adding anybody to Teamzy, there's a little add contact button right here at the top. You click it and you can add somebody easily. See how easy? Now, if it's a customer, I'll add her as a customer. Chances are she'd be a prospect already. And if she was a prospect already, I would move her to customer just by coming into her record and clicking from prospect over to customer. Okay? Cool. And when you add them, does it add to your ad circle? Yes, absolutely. Now let's see what happened right here. You can see that I have one ad. And that's because I just added you, Susan, to my Teamzy. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you. Oh, I got to give you some action steps. So I already told you get a free trial. If you're not in a free trial already, it's at teamzy.com. Get your free trial going. Second action step, get a success partner or partners to do the free trial with you. Okay. Having some accountability and support will help you get so much more out of this. I mean, you'll probably use it 3 times in that free month if you don't. But if you have a success partner and you say, here are my goals, what are your goals? And each day, take a screenshot when you've completed your action steps in Teamzy. Take that screenshot of your completed dashboard, send it to your partner. I'm telling you right now, you guys will have an amazing month. So get a success partner also. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. I got one more question. Oh, she said yay. Yay. So thank you guys for being here. I hope that was helpful. Welcome to our Teamzy family. Really appreciate you. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you soon.